Today, we are diving deep into a world where the line between what's real and what's fake has basically just disappeared. We're going to be summarizing a book that kicks things off with a question that's, frankly, pretty unsettling. Just think about it for a second. What if the world you're experiencing right now isn't the real thing? What if it's a copy? And maybe even a copy of a copy? The most terrifying part of that idea is, what if the original is just gone forever? That's the rabbit hole we're jumping down today. All right, so first up, we've got to get our heads around the core idea here. We're talking about a world that can feel even more real than, well, reality. There's a word for this: hyperreality. It's a concept from a philosopher named Jean Baudrillard. And what it means is that we've reached a point where the simulation, the copy, isn't just a stand-in for the real thing. It's actually become better, cleaner, and way more desirable than the messy original. And this slide is the perfect way to understand it. Think about Disneyland's Main Street. It's this picture-perfect, idealized version of an American town, right? It's so perfect, in fact, that when you go back to a real American town, it suddenly feels kind of messy, a little bit broken. The copy, the simulation, has become the new gold standard in our minds. And look, this isn't some abstract theory. We are living this every single day. Our social media profiles are pure hyperreality. We're not showing our actual, complicated lives. We're advertising a filtered, perfectly cropped, hyper-real version of ourselves. Now, here's where things get really wild. This whole philosophical idea about fake worlds, it actually has some strange echoes in modern science. Turns out, quantum physics has some pretty mind-bending things to say about what real even means. You've got the observer effect in quantum physics, which suggests something absolutely radical: that reality might not even be solid and fixed until we actually look at it. The simple act of you or me observing something is what snaps it into existence. What does that mean for you? It means you're not just a passive audience member watching the world unfold. Nope. On the most fundamental level of the universe, you are an active participant. You are literally a co-creator of your reality, choosing one path out of an infinite number of possibilities with every glance. So who's running this whole show? Your brain. It is the ultimate virtual reality machine. It never, ever experiences the world directly. It just collects raw data, light waves, sound waves, pressure, and then it builds this incredible 3D model we call the world. That color red you see? It doesn't exist out there. It's an experience being manufactured inside your head. So how do we get here? How do we end up in this simulation? Well, Baudrillard actually mapped it out. He saw it as a clear, 4-stage journey of slowly detaching from anything real. It all starts out pretty innocently. Step 1. An image is just a faithful copy, like a good map of a city. Then, in step 2, the map starts to lie a little. It distorts reality, like a tourist map that just conveniently leaves out the bad neighborhoods. Step 3 is a huge leap. The image is now a copy of something that never even existed, like Disneyland's perfect Main Street. And finally, you get to step 4. The simulation becomes more real and more important than reality itself. Think about reality TV. It's a total simulation of life that somehow feels more engaging to us than the actual lives of people we know. Now, this all sounds really fascinating, but there's a serious downside to living in this hyper-real world. It might be a beautiful, shiny digital cage, but it's still a cage. The single biggest danger is what the book calls the death of the real. We just stop caring if things are authentic. We just want the best experience. And let's be honest, a video game sunset can be more spectacular than a real one. And a digital relationship can feel a lot easier than a messy human one. We become stimulation addicts, not truth seekers. And when we get disconnected from the real world, we get disconnected from real people. And that leads to this slow, creeping decay of our ability to feel for one another. This example from the book just illustrates the moral cost perfectly. Think about a drone pilot sitting in a chair thousands of miles away. They're not seeing people, they're seeing targets on a screen. The technology creates this detached, hyper-real version of war, one that's completely stripped of the blood, the screams, and the human consequences. It's the slow unmaking of our morality. So, is there a way out? Are we just stuck in this digital dream forever? The book argues that the answer isn't some new technology. The answer is actually found in ancient wisdom. Yogic philosophy has been saying for thousands of years that our normal state of consciousness is already a kind of dream, an illusion they call Maya.
And meditation, in this context, isn't just for chilling out. It's the actual practice of waking up. You learn to step back and just witness your thoughts, to realize that you are not the movie playing in your head. You are the screen it's playing on.
Hyperreality is all about the mind and the screen, right? It's totally disembodied. So the most powerful way to fight it is to reconnect with the one thing you know is always 100% real and in the present moment, your own body.
Okay, this brings us to the really crucial part. How do we actually put this stuff into practice? How do we take back the controls and start reclaiming our own reality?
Well, the book suggests a really simple 3-step approach. First, awareness. Just understand how these platforms are literally designed to get you hooked. Second, intention. Use technology with a purpose, not just out of mindless habit. And third, this is the big one, center the real. Make the real world your home base, your body, nature, real relationships, and treat the virtual world like a tool you use, not a place you live.
Ultimately, we're left with this one powerful, mind-blowing idea. The greatest magician in the world isn't on some stage in Vegas. It's inside your own skull. Your mind is constantly creating this incredible show called reality for you, moment by moment. And that leaves all of us with a choice. Are you going to stay a passive member of the audience, just amazed by all the tricks and delusions being thrown at you? Or are you going to step behind the curtain, learn how the magic works, and become the magician of your own life? The choice, as they say, is yours.